Hey guys, it's me again, back to talk to you about the Bible in 5 lessons. This is lesson number 5. We're at the end of the road. Not really. This is just an introduction to the whole Bible, and you're going to need a lot of reading if you're going to make it through the whole Bible. But here's lesson number 5. Now, I've talked about first the purpose of the Bible is to make a connection between you and God. He desires a relationship. You can't have a relationship if you don't know who He is. You can't have a relationship if you don't want to have a relationship. You can't have a relationship if there's a distance, and you can't have a relationship if there's no commitment. That's the first 3 lessons right there. And last time I talked to you about change. So connection, now change. Listen, change was all about holiness and getting close to God, saying no thank you to the world and saying yes thank you to God and His choices for you. This one is a whole nother level. Because in Matthew 22 and verse number 40, when they asked Jesus, what is the greatest commandment? His first statement was, you gotta love God with everything in you. And his next statement was this, he goes, and the second commandment is like the first, in that you have to love what is made in the image of God. Now, connection is important, and that's going to get you to heaven. Change is important, because that's something that God will do through you naturally as long as you remain connected. But listen, the next step is taking the heart of God and letting it beat in your chest. And that's where you can truly say, I have taken on the image of God. It's where you look at the man sitting next to you on the bus or at work and you say, that person too is made in the image of God. And in your heart, you desire to help them connect to God. The Bible calls this process in 2 Corinthians chapter number 5, the process or ministry of reconciliation. We have to connect to God. We have to be changed through holiness. But then we have to carry this Holy Spirit that God has put in us and this holy message and this holy purpose of love. This God of love, we need to carry that out into the world. As He was, so we are. Our job in this world is to carry that love that He has shown for us by dying on the cross and carrying that to our fellow man. There is no greater love than this, than that a man would lay down his life for his friends. Now we know Jesus did that for us. Will you do that for your fellow man? Will you die for them? In the moment you can look at your fellow man, good man or bad man, and say, I'm willing to die for them. That's when you know you have truly been connected and you have truly been changed. And now you have the attributes, not all of them. None of us are perfect. Never going to be perfect till the day we die and we cross over and we're made completely in that image. But then you know you are a carrier of the seed of this message. And this, my friends, is the culmination of it all. And I might not even make it to the 5-minute mark. Because this process of bringing us first through connection and then through change is so that we can carry His love into this world. And there has never been a need, there has never been a time where the world has needed more than right now the love of God. We have a world that is self-centered. We have a world that is a selfie generation. And I feel a little weird talking about that, looking into a camera, I'm going to be honest with you. But we have a self-centered world and we have a selfless God. And we need to take the time to love our fellow man. We need to fall in love with people. Now, not love as the world deems love. World has put love in a twisted category, and they've twisted it up and made it sexual, and they've made it all the things that it is not. No. I'm talking love as in the book of Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter number 13, where you can read that chapter, and you can, instead of the word love, you can write your name in its place, and you can say, in this case, Jonathan is patient. Jonathan is kind. Well, I'm telling you right now, I've already failed because I'm not patient and I'm not kind. But that's the kind of thing that God has called me and you to be. So that concludes the series of Through the Bible in 5. First lesson, He wants to connect to you. Second and third lesson, how to connect to Him. Fourth lesson, He loves you so much He wants to change and perfect you and make you the best possible you that you could be. And this lesson, He wants you to take that change and that love that He's put in you, and He wants you to carry it into the world. That's what we believe in. That's what we teach in this church. Connect, change, and carry. That's the process. Love you guys. God bless.